Hi guys, here's the third part of my rundown of the top 100 Vita games. Check out the first two videos running through 100 to 91 and 90 to 81. Anyway, on to part 3 of the list, 80 to 71. Number 80, Criminal Girls 2. Criminal Girls 2 surprised me. Leading up to its launch, the main thing I knew about it was the sexual content being present. I'm not a fan of this kind of content in my games, especially given I do most of my Vita gaming in public on the train. But putting the risque elements aside, there's a deep turn-based RPG with an interesting story and enjoyable battle system. For fans of turn-based RPGs, this is a really good game. '79. Forma 8. This beautiful Metroidvania has you control a little ship, exploring a deadly and seemingly desolate planet. The atmosphere was especially powerful, with areas having no music at all, just the sound of your ship clanging around as you traveled through the environment. It's not a long game, but it left me satisfied. '78. Tales from Space Mutant Blobs. Although it came out at the Vita's release, I didn't pick it up until later in 2012, which is when I realised that this is one of the best launch games on the system. It's a great 2D platformer where you play as a blob that gets its revenge on humanity by eating everything in sight. I particularly enjoyed the cartoony style graphics, the humour, and how you really felt you were controlling a gelatinous blob. '77. Child of Light. I am a fan of RPGs, although the long length of many JRPGs can sometimes put me off playing. Child of Light is a beautiful game in the genre that doesn't overstay its welcome or overly pad out its content. The world and story were especially good. '76. Fate Extella Link. I enjoyed Fate Extella Link and its prequel, Umbral Star. The Dynasty Warrior style action was a lot of fun, and both looked great on the Vita screen. I found the story in Umbral Star kinda nonsensical at times though, but Link improved on that with a much more straightforward and interesting plot. Number 75. Pato Box. Pato Box is a challenging punch-out style game that's also really unique in its style and execution. You play as a hybrid human duck boxer and go through a crazy story and totally crazy boss fights. Some of the filler content between boss fights could have been shaved down, but aside from this, it's an excellent game. '74. Frozen Synapse Prime. It took a bit of time to get used to, but Frozen Synapse Prime is a superb turn-based strategy game with really deep mechanics. It's challenging, but I found it so satisfying executing a successful plan. '73. Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain is a roguelike 2D action platformer. Travelling through this world, full of a variety of monsters, feels dangerous, and made even more so by the spectre of permanent death and losing all your progress. Despite sinking loads of hours into it, I never managed to finish it, but I did enjoy it immensely. '72. Valhalla. Valhalla is a visual novel and bartending simulation set in the future. It's a very relaxing and interesting experience, where you get to know fascinating characters and live in a very interesting world. It's great to play on the Vita, and perfect for playing in short bursts. It was nice to play a game that was just nice. There's no stress, no worry about high scores or killing enemies, it's just you being part of this world. '71. Ultimate Marvel vs Capcom 3. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was hands down my favourite game on the Dreamcast. I sunk so many hours into it and loved it. I found Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 just as good gameplay wise, and I love the cast of characters. It would have appeared a lot higher in the list, but the ridiculous difficulty of the final boss spoiled what is otherwise an excellent game. So guys, tune in next week for the continuation of my top 100 list. Let me know in the comments your favourite Vita games. And as always, thanks for watching.